We're back. Better than ever.
I find it really stupid that I have to actually close down OBS before I can, and then restart it if I forget to bring up like, any window or program. It's very, very dumb. I have to go into my YouTube real quick and then delete that, few second stream, I think. Yes, that is true. All right. Well, no one saw it, so that's all right. Delete forever. All right, done. I need to Bitcoin dump. Bitcoin dump flash crash today. Try to find out what's actually causing it. Evergrande, China, India. Okay. Alright, so now I just gotta tell everyone that I went live. Now. Good. Video link is right now I am like super effing busy. It's like I'm trying to research this, I'm trying to find out what's going on. I'm redoing some wallets. Alright. I also bought some Moon Inu. I thought I fixed the news camera. I bought some Moon Inu because Keon the One actually recommended it, so I put in like, I want to say $400, maybe even $500. I'm not sure. And I have the link to it on my Twitter because there's actually just a stupid large amount of links and stuff. So yeah, this is the Keon video if you want to watch it, because he actually made this video on Thursday and Keon actually said that December could actually be a problem. BitBoy Krypto thinks it's a bear market because I was watching his video, his thoughts on the flash crash. And then there's this Sheldon guy, Sheldon Evans, I think, on YouTube. These are all really big streamers. Like Sheldon's got like 725 subscribers, 725,000 subscribers, and then BitBoy Krypto is like 1.4 million. So Sheldon was pretty bullish. I'm still pretty bullish. Plan B is also bullish because he's going out for a jog. He also gave a 2017 context, which is true. I mean, he's still referring to the November dump, right? Because here's the thing: we already had like 2 dumps, and what's different this time around is we actually have world governments actually being more aggressive towards cryptocurrencies. So I just finished listening to Sheldon, watched BitBoy Krypto's video. I watched Keon the One's video. He's got 2 of them. So this is the links to Moon Inu is in this YouTube description for Keon. So I just have a link to it because there's too many links, and I can't type in the chat because OBS is retarded. I also follow the Moon Inu project on my Twitter, so you can go into my Twitter and then just go to the following that I'm following, and then just go here. So that is one nice thing about having a low following count, because I actually use it to navigate. Because I don't actually like typing searches into this shit, because when you type in a search, you get like 50 fake F words and idiots. Let's see, December 1st. So, yeah. So I'm actually number 17. Huh. Hey, just like the 17th letter in the alphabet, right? That's always an interesting coincidence. All right, so I did some research on Moon. Actually, yeah, before we get into it, I did research into Moon Inu. Long story short, Keon says he thinks it's the next Shiba Inu. He talked to the developer. He said he liked them. So I follow him on Telegram and stuff, right? This guy. So apparently the guy is actually like a shitlib or somewhat far left progressive, which does not make me happy at all. But on the other hand, I guess if he wants to, but I mean, on the other hand, he seems pretty committed to the project, and yes, because he's a liberal, I assume he knows how to code. And apparently he does, or at least he knows the people working on this know how to code. And Keon says he likes the developer team because he says I'm going strictly off of what Keon said. So, if this is like the next Shiba Inu, okay, that's fine. Like, and also Moon Inu, he said it's also because the name has also got a pretty good meme potential. So that's why I put in $400 straight up, because I'm making money off of. Oh, I gotta refresh this. Oh, I gotta type in my MetaMask. I'm actually glad that I set up my dummy MetaMask account. So I'm actually making really good money off of Metaverse token. I also been doing more research on this. So far, it actually seems pretty decent. You know, I still would advise caution, even though I basically put in like a shit ton of money into this. Actually, the majority of my money, I should say, into this. But I'm in the Discord. Everything actually checks out so far. And I also looked at the fork that they keep talking about, which is the Olympus DAO fork. That's actually why the site looks exactly the same as the others, because they all copied Olympus DAO. So and Olympus DAO has actually been around since April 1st or so. I mean, you can check on CoinMarketCap, but they've been around a long time. And right now, Olympus. Oh, I already did the thing. This is the site that they're. Oh, because stake doesn't work. For some reason, I can't access the. Oh my god. What's wrong with this stupid shit? Okay, so this is the actual site that they are copying. So this is their version. So Olympus DAO has a pretty insane treasury thing. And this is the amount of backing per ohm. So basically, if you want to look at the future of Metaverse Pro, we can just look at Olympus DAO. This is actually on the Ethereum blockchain. So if you're going to be using this site, you know, prepare to pay the obscene Ethereum fees, which of course I never like doing. And their current thing is 7238 APY. So this basically tells me that the code that they forked from, which is this Olympus DAO, is actually legit. So the only thing we have to really worry about is Metaverse Pro going, you know, scam rug pull. But I think over time it's okay, because I actually see that because of this bear market, this thing's actually doing pretty well. It's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. So I'm actually very, very pleased with DAOs or DAOs. So yeah, BSC syncing status. What's this? This is actually brand new. The dashboard fetches data from the graph, BSC archive, biometry. They have some lag between them. I'll read the chat in just a second. The first number reflects the block height. Okay. All right, fine. Yeah, because right now Binance Smart, everything's getting killed right now on Binance Smart Chain, probably everywhere else, because whatever is causing this super. This is not retail, people. Though some of it could be. This has got to be a whale, and I still think it's. Now I found out it's actually. Oh, hey, body bag. Yeah, what's up, man? Yeah, good morning, by the way. So I still think it might be Evergrande, and we're going to try to do a little more research on this. But apparently it could also be India, because India actually, the Indian government that is, they're actually moving in to try to ban cryptocurrency, like completely. Like say, private citizens, you can't own shit. All right. So that could be another factor. So let me see. Well, I already talked about Moon Inu. Make sure you actually go to the beginning of the thing, because I talked about Moon Inu. I already tweeted it on my Twitter as well. But Keon the One recommended Moon Inu. I already bought 450 to 500 bucks worth of it, and I did pay the high slippage fee. So, but I think it's still worth it, because again, if it goes to next Shiba Inu, I mean, right now you're basically getting something for free, and then it's gonna just basically go up like, you know, 100,000x. So maybe I should buy some more actually. And there's like a cap of like 100 million coins or something like that, I think. All right. Yeah. So this is gonna be this stream is just different, because I just want to find out what's actually causing this clown. Let me see. Has Sheng Zhang. I still don't know how to pronounce this. Bitcoin was around 3,000 2 years ago. Every dip was covered with articles like Bitcoin used by Joe crashed again. I'm actually gonna retweet that. Ride the bear, ignore the FUD. Yeah, I gotta start firing these hashtags again, because I could use more social influence. Also, I'm beginning to realize that I think the reason why I don't really grow as much is because I'm clearly like a right-wing guy, and like a lot of people in this space are left-wing people, so they just don't like that. Which sucks. So I'm just gonna become like a ultra billionaire, and then I'm still gonna act like a nicer version of Dan Pena, maybe. Just figuring out what's going on, seeing what you're gonna say about it. Yeah, that's exactly what. Yeah, because I actually don't know. It's all speculation at this point. But that's why I'm doing this stream because, well, A, I need to farm a little bit of the thing. Did I actually title this stream Flash Crash? Please tell me I was smart enough to do that. Yes, I think so. Yeah, it says there's no one watching this stream, but clearly you are watching this stream. This is so weird. I don't know what's wrong with I don't know what's wrong with YouTube right now. I mean, there's no way like my channel is shadow banned on YouTube. That just doesn't make any sense to me. Right? Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, let's see. I need to go on my Twitter. Let's see. I want to see what TechDev has to say. I mean, he's obviously mostly technical analysis, but I want to see if he actually has any insight here. 23 minutes ago, I do see a bear market for new or yeah, so just chill. Okay, so he's bullish. Benjamin Crown, as crazy as this crypto crash was, it is this pixel here. Okay, yeah, I'll retweet that. Really? That's hilarious. Wait, what is this? Crypto market cap and trend line. Yeah, the market cap of crypto is still actually pretty healthy at 2 trillion. Bro, I've been saying extended cycle for years. Now you copy me, give me credit. Yeah, this is clearly obvious that this is an extended cycle. Like, I think only Plan B and myself so far have been saying that this is actually going to be like 2013. This is exactly what 2013, I think it was 2013, right? It's where we actually had an entire year bull run in Bitcoin. This is exactly that cycle. And quite possibly even longer than that. Especially if the Federal Reserve keeps, yeah, it says you're watching. I don't know why YouTube's saying that no one's watching and there's no one here. Oh, great. I don't know what, the tags got interrupted. I gotta put this back in. Okay, what the okay. I'm trying to fix the tags on my video, and for some reason it's not working. Okay, I'm just gonna have to hit the save button. Alright. What was I saying? Alright, well, whatever. I mean, YouTube's just gonna be an asshole, then I guess they're just gonna be an asshole. Why did crypto fall? Oh, there we go. Now that I added everything. What is wrong with... I don't know. Like, it's Saturday morning. There should be no reason why YouTube's having, like, problems. Okay, so it still says 0 live viewers, but there's, like, 7 views. Well, like, yeah, YouTube's completely fucked right now, so I don't know. But I'm going to assume that there's, like, 11 trillion people watching me, so I'm going to retweet this again, because I have noticed that if, you know... whatchamacallit, like, what do I want to say? It just seems like a lot of websites on the internet have just been going like down a lot, right? And it's just like I don't know what's wrong here. Okay, all right, let's see. Drop a few days ago didn't give us the spike shape. Will fear cause the spike? Well over 50% recover from today's low. Let's see where this daily close got. Not lower than 40K save today, and counting data versus near. Yeah, BitBoy Crypto did say that Bitcoin went below 40,000. He was going to dump all his crypto. And then he's going to declare a bear market, which I think is just too extreme. It's just too extreme. Let's see. No, I did not see this crash coming. Others did. Kudos to them. Yes, there are differences between cycles. Always had I maintain some. Today's for day for calm. Some are tearing others down there, but many are lifting other pay to who they are. Enjoy the weekend. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Okay. All right. So, all right. I'm gonna have to actually repeat this because I mean, this happened last night. I had to go to. I was actually way up past my bedtime. I don't remember what I was doing yesterday. I know it was related to like my crypto shit. So like, I'm just so busy these days. So the first thing that we have to look at is the 24-hour volume on CoinMarketCap. You'll notice that this thing is at 214 billion. Now before it was as high as like 240, 250 billion. So whales are actually dumping. This is not retail. All right, and we look at the fear and greed index. I mean, this thing's completely dead. This thing's not gonna update for another 7 hours and 8 minutes, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna drop to like 10 or 13. Like we're talking like just full on panic. This is full on panic. Now the good news is Bitcoin and most cryptos actually bounced back because there's no way that Bitcoin really is worth 42 grand, 43 grand because that's what it was at last night before I had to go to bed, and then it bounced back to 47K. So what this is telling me is that some kind of whale is really desperate for cash and he just does not care, or he does not have the luxury of caring. So he dumped his Bitcoin, he dumped his Ethereum, Binance. Literally everything except stablecoins got completely devastated. So everything went down. And in fact, when I was doing getting some Dogcoin, right? I was like, wait a minute, Hotbit is saying Dogcoin was like 14 cents. I was like, or 13 cents. I was like, what the hell happened? So I checked the crypto markets and then last night, and I'm like, holy shit, what the hell just happened? So you can see that everything is down. Everything, all the good projects. Everything. I don't even need to say what the projects are because you can clearly see. We're like talking minus 10, minus 20, minus 30%, minus infinity billion percent. Even Gala is getting hit. I know Pancake Swap actually recovered surprisingly. It actually was down as low as like $10 or $9.50 or something. Even though I don't have any more Pancake Swap because most of my money is now in Metaverse Pro. So Cadena is also getting slaughtered. Right, it's now down at 1320. What was Shiba Inu at? Because I know that got also decimated. 37.24 is actually not that bad. That's actually because Shiba Inu was already oversold. Because obviously, we've been doing the technical analysis every day. I've been streaming, so we already know that it's pretty close to the bottom. So not surprisingly, it doesn't go down as much because it's already oversold. So you can't really sell anymore, right? Because the reason why you can't there is something called overselling is because you just run out of stuff to sell. If there's like 1 billion Shiba Inu coins, just an example, and like 99% of it sold off, that means there's only 1% Shiba Inu left to dump. So you cannot drop the price anymore. It can only go up, right? And it's the same thing with overbuying, right? There's only so much money in the world at any given time. So at some point you run out of money, and then the price stops going up because people literally run out of money, and that's why a top forms and then everyone dumps. So, it's like that old kid game, right? Called I'll read the chat in just a second. It's like when we were kids. Remember that game, Musical Chairs? That's exactly kind of like what's happening, right? You don't want to be the last idiot, standing without a chair because you lose the game at that point. So that's basically what this whole trading game is like. Actually, let me refresh my buffs on EverQuest. All right, there we go. All right, so Doglon Mars, yeah, not too bad too, yeah. So everything's actually looking fine. So we just have to find out what's actually causing all this FUD, because from what I can still tell, no one actually really knows the answer. All right. Oh, that's interesting. Metaverse is not. Yeah, there we go. Like, where was Metaverse? Yeah. So Metaverse BUSD came out at MDEX. So this thing's gonna last for 45 days. I mean, it came out like yesterday, so it's gonna be lasting another 44 days. So I'm thinking that should be another indicator that this project is actually legit. So, yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Oh wow, their bonds are highly volatile right now, especially the BUSD. I don't actually understand how this bond mechanism works. I just know that people buy it, the treasury assets on Metaverse Pro go up. All right, so let me read the chat after refreshing this because I'm sure they have to have something say. Yeah, they didn't even update this thing. This thing still says below 54K. Don't think cryptos will dip further. Well, they definitely can absolutely dip a lot further because it's, I mean, it went down as low as 42,000, but it went straight back up. So there's definitely going to be severe heavy resistance at like 42 to 45,000 for Bitcoin. But right now it seems like everyone's rallying at 47, 48 grand. And on top of that, Bitcoin was already like, oversold, right? Because remember, look, we looked at the technicals of this. It's already pierced this bottom blue line lots of times. We already had like a million red candles here for the past like month or whatever, a couple of months, and the RSI is already well below zero. In fact, it's going down to negative 2,000 or whatever, right? This can only happen if a whale is dumping. And I don't think the person actually wants to dump. I think they're being forced to, which is why I still think the number one reason for this is actually Evergrande. So let's just, I'm going to check here and then I'm going to actually do manual searches on Google. Yeah, Cointelegraph has literally nothing here. I recognize that guy, by the way, that Korean guy in the movies. Without state institute crypto cannot escape inflation. Yep, that's true. Yeah, I mean, now that I listen to that Michael Saylor video with Tucker Carlson, which I still recommend, I actually retweeted it on my Twitter, so hopefully the YouTube video is still there. 7 hours ago, Bitcoin could consolidate to 2022. Wiping October yen, bear market begins. Stacks 100. Yeah, Bitcoin. Yeah, El Salvador is like really pro Bitcoin. So FTX releases crypto regulator proposal for U.S. congressional hearing. Oh, okay, that's actually fine. I mean, it's better if we could just tell Congress, just give them a little bit of so-called regulation, and then they'll back off doing anything crazy. NFT music platforms to disrupt Spotify. Sure. So that's the other thing. Keon also said that December might be a problem for crypto because of actual heavy regulations. But so far, I don't see anything here. Crypto economy loses billions in market value. Bitcoin's price slips more than 25% in 30 days. ECB paper marks success factors for central bank coins. So the European Union is already coming out with Europe coin already. Wow. This could be an issue. I wonder if this might actually be a problem. Because I know central bank... See, that might be the actual thing, right? Because look at what China did. They came up with China coin, and then they started being aggressively banning Bitcoin and crypto. So if the European Union does the same thing, like now that Euro coin is coming out, what they might actually do is try to attempt the same thing. And if that's the case, that might actually be another big factor in why we're dumping shit. Well, the markets are dumping crypto. And Keon the One did say that, we're going to have to just deal with, evil uses of blockchain by central banks. Like, that's just going to be a part of life. Which I've talked about before, too. So, it's going to be interesting. But I think if we have enough support, which we should, what'll happen is we're gonna have stable coins be regulated, which shouldn't really matter to me because a dollar is a dollar is a dollar, right? A euro is a euro or a euro, right? The only difference is it's now digitized. I guess the question is, are they going to try to track stable coins? But I think that's just going to be impossible for them to do because of the decentralized nature of cryptocurrencies and crypto assets. So we'll just have to see how aggressive they get. The governments, that is. Ransomware affiliate, Terra, tokenomics. Okay. British security think tanks report warns entities could bolster money laundering. Okay. Elizabeth Warren queries Bitcoin mining operation. U.S. Senator says crypto miners raise environmental concerns. This stupid fucking cunt really pisses me off. She absolutely hates Bitcoin and crypto. She works for the banks, and then she tells everyone that she's like this far left progressive champion, which is 100% a fucking lie. Like this, and I'm so annoyed that liberals fucking believe all the shit that she spews. I mean, it's not that much different from conservatives believing all the stupid shit that fake Republicans and fake conservatives say, but I'm just so annoyed that people are so fucking dumb and like naive that they literally just believe everything that these stupid F words just say, not realizing that they're all just being duped and being lied to, and it's just, and then it actually negatively affects you and me and everybody in the world. So I don't know, but I mean, what are you gonna really do? Security focused DeFi private right now live 3 blockchains. Okay. Monster size Bitcoin well transferred. Blockchain parser had a significant amount of cold Bitcoin moved to active exchanges 2 days ago. Oh, okay. So this article was posted 2 days ago. And yeah, someone actually dumped. So this dump that we see now was actually already in the making 2 days ago. Actually, we need to look at this. I mean, they're not going to obviously know. Let me see. Has Plan B said? Well, actually, Plan B is actually just relaxing right now. I actually need to pull out like 1 or 2 metas as my net profit today, because I actually spent quite a lot of money today buying a Moon Inu. And if this current flash crash continues, it actually would be better to hold cash, because obviously meta is going to go down, all cryptocurrencies are going to crash, blah 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 blah. So taking some profit might not be such a bad idea. Effing Pocahontas. Yeah, exactly. Or Pocahontas, right? Or, yeah, because it's not pronounced fox. It's actually pronounced foe. So, Pocahontas, right? But, I mean, what are you going to really do, right? I mean, but the good news is a lot of people, on both sides of the aisle, at least are pro crypto, so you know, it's just a matter of it's going to be hard because we have to go up against, you know, the global financial system, the tribe, right? Because the tribe knows the threat that crypto poses to them. So, but they're kind of again caught between a rock and a hard place. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting, and I guess with me moving to Miami instead of Tampa, I don't know. I mean, that's going to be mostly like, that's like what, 80% Democrat. And it's basically just going to be like a warm version of New York City. So I don't know. I know I'll just be a big player in Miami with all my money, and then I'm just going to, obviously I'll have to work with the Democrats down there. And then I'll see what happens with the Republicans down there, if they even exist down there, and then try to figure out what's going to be next. Right? And then just try to get everybody to just join together and like try to, you know, really make this crypto shit work. Yeah, because I know that, and I've said this before, the one thing that could actually take down all the globalists is actually cryptocurrencies and crypto assets, right? Assuming people actually understand what they actually do. And then they'll hopefully know the truth, and then they'll resist the system, right? Because remember, they control everything. They control entertainment, they control media, they obviously control the money supply. What is the source of all that power? I mean, yes, it's Satan, but what are the mechanics behind it? So it's actually the central banks, right? It's actually central banking, fiat currencies. If you can control the money, you can control everything else. Because there was this evil rich guy. It was either John Rockefeller or maybe Andrew Carnegie, but the quote was, you give me control over the money supply, I care not who makes the laws, or something like that. Actually, maybe it might be available on Google. If you give me control of money, I care not who makes the laws. Quote. Let me see. So, there you go. The Economist. Yeah. Give me control of a nation's money supply, and I care not who makes its laws. Said Meyer Ashel Rothschilds. Yeah, exactly. The actual Rothschilds. Yeah, that's the quote. So it was the Rothschilds that said that. Okay. I'm actually going to tweet this out. Actually, I do want to read what that person's saying. Let me just copy it. Gives me control of the nation when I care not who makes the laws. Alright. And Viking Dynasty. Okay. Crypto crash. Alright, I gotta post this on Gab as well. Because this is really what's at stake. And that's going to be important because that's why governments are starting to get really effing mad right now. Always remain cautious and we can move. If Bitcoin pushes upward for each other, coin will be back to, yep. Yeah. Okay. Wait, who are you? Wait. Okay. I think this guy's just a spammer, but he did. I'm just gonna mute him. I'm not gonna block him because I've been blocking a lot of these spam bot F words. Monster size. Wait, what did you say? Boomers screwed everything. Allowed everything to be screwed. Yeah. But I think what actually happened was World War II screwed everybody up, and then when they had those, when the greatest generation had their kids, right, giving birth to the boomers, I think that actually just screwed everything up because everybody was like psychologically effed up. Then you had the Cold War, you had the Korean War, and then of course you had the glory days of 1950s, 1960s when America was literally on top of the world. Right, but that's because they were making so much money off of like the European lending plan. I think it was called the Marshall Plan. I forgot my history with that, but you know, America was actually lending money to everybody because they were the one country essentially that was not devastated by World War II, but everybody else was. So hopefully too many billionaire institutions behind crypto for government to crack down. Well, that's going to be a double-edged sword, but I mean, we're going to have to accept that. But yeah, the more billionaires and institutions that get into crypto, the better for us. The problem is, these are also the same evil people that also screw everything up. So, oh, I got my helmet. Very nice. So it's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough one. Okay. So, but we have some good ones, right? We got Michael Saylor, we got Anthony Pompilio, we got I'm trying to remember all their names and faces. We of course got Kraken Gemini, which is the Winklevoss twins. I don't know who runs Kraken. We have Binance guy, Mr. Zhao. I'm just gonna call him Shengpeng Zhao. I think owner of Binance name. CEO. What's his actual name? Zhao Changpeng. Oh, great. Now his name is even more confusing. Changpeng Zhao. Okay, can you assholes like these people actually I mean, I understand it. You can't actually understand what our names are, especially if it's a Chinese name, because Wikipedia has it right, and then Forbes reversed his name. Well, no, in China you usually say your family last name first, then oh my god. Maybe that's why we have a naturally high IQ, because we have to waste all of it like trying to figure out like basic shit like what is the order of your name. But yeah, we have Changpeng Zhao, we have Coinbase, of course. I'm sure there's lots of other Bitcoin, crypto billionaires and shit. So, Ray Dalio, I think, is also pretty pro crypto. So we've got a lot of bite. You know, it's not like the Republican and conservatives where basically everyone just hates us and then nothing gets done. All right. So, but there will be resistance for sure from our side. But I mean, if this scamdemic has taught us anything, it's like the governments really are pretty crazy. I'm gonna have to hope that what Andre Wang said in his Daily Wire article, I think yesterday or 2 days ago, is correct, and that these governments, they're evil and they're stupid, and therefore it will eventually just collapse on itself and they'll go away, or they'll fail, because he basically said that in order to have morality in life, you have to have a high IQ. I think I would mostly agree with that, right? Because Jesse Pearson, I mean, yeah, he said he's slow, and he probably does have like a, I don't know, IQ of like 90 or so, all right? But he obviously has morals, so, But it obviously would help if, and that's the other thing too, because the evil people in charge, they don't have low IQs. They actually have very high IQs. They just have, the spirit of Satan inside of them. So, you know, it's, yeah. But, I mean, on the other hand, yeah, I mean, typically, if you're just going with a regular IQ, I mean, yeah. There's a reason why 13% of the population commits 50% of the crimes. And they're not exactly the smartest tools in the toolbox, right? So, yeah. And on the other hand, yeah, us Asians, I mean, we pretty much commit the fewest crimes as a percentage, right? Not surprisingly, our average IQs also happen to be far above average, right? The tribe is the exception, but they do white collar crime. I think that's, yeah, white collar crime. They do intelligent crimes. So it's always the effing tribe. It's always the effing tribe. And when this is all over, assuming many of us make it and, you know, get rich and we survive, obviously, yeah, we're definitely going to take an active role in just. I personally would just ban the tribe at this point. Just make it all illegal. Like for thousands of years, it's been the same retarded bullshit, and we still allow it to happen. It's like, I mean, at this point, you just got to be aggressive. You just got to be aggressive, and hopefully this time people will not be so effing weak, because the next time we have to go through something like all of this, I mean, we're all gonna die because technology is gonna be so destructive and powerful, and then one guy just pushes a button and then you kill like hundreds of billions of people throughout the galaxy and shit, right? So it's too much risk. All right, let's see. 2 days ago on November 30th, this was written 2 days ago, so we're talking last week. The price of Bitcoin tapped a high. Okay. All right, can you just tell me the effing. On the first 2 days of December, there have been some massive Bitcoin whale movements stemming from long-term Bitcoin holders. Yeah, yeah. So I was right. It was the whales. On Thursday morning, the creator of the web portal BTC Parser explained that a significant amount of Bitcoin was taken out of cold war and moved to active exchanges. See, here's the thing. Someone speculated that the whale dump is coming from China. It could be coming from India. The on-chain action was caught by blockchain parser. Okay. Yeah. On December 1st, okay, they caught some major on-chain action, which saw, that's a very nice spider robot. Earlier Wednesday, the parser caught a movement of 15,000 Bitcoin, or almost $1 billion. 69,000 more spent Bitcoin as well. Following day, 2 monster-sized Bitcoin transactions were caught by BTC parser. This transaction on Thursday was a whopping 36,645 Bitcoin. Holy shit. And the guy has 10,547 Bitcoin left. That's more than $2 billion worth of Bitcoin. And the address has spent more than $28.2 billion during its lifetime. Glassnode reports that long-term holders are spending their Bitcoin holdings. Key active whale addresses are content. What? Spending some of their holdings. Okay, so we might have to take in the possibility that the rich whales, they might actually know something might be coming down the pipeline beforehand and they're taking profit. Oh, that actually is really fucking bad if that's the case. Really bad. Shifting our forward long-term hold. I'm actually thinking it might be lockdowns. That could also be another thing. They probably got, because remember, everything in the scam-demic was already pre-planned. And the media is really pushing the Omicron fear FUD, even though people are actively resisting it. So maybe the whales got word ahead of time that we're going to go into lockdown. And when that happens, everything always crashes. Because that's what happened in March and February of 2020. So they're trying to get ahead of the curve here. You can see that there's a reasonably continuous rate of spending over the last month from a peak of 13.5 million Bitcoin holdings. Long-term holders have spent, assumed distributed, 150,000 Bitcoin. Okay. Krypto has been discussing major well moves on forum as literal around the cruise, and also tweeted past month. Okay. Bitcoin's key active whale addresses that hold between 100 to 10,000 Bitcoin are content after accumulating a total of 40,000 Bitcoin or more. What? The growing bearish sentiment and why it's a good thing globally. So we don't have too many. All right, let's see if any news articles said anything here. We got. I really don't want to give this shit to CNN, but we are kind of desperate right now. And we only want something within the last 12 hours. Bitcoin tumbles after Wall Street sell-off. Binary is taking. Okay, we don't care about that. Bitcoin drops 9,000 and LSR again buys the dip. This is from 11 hours ago. Celsius Network loses millions in Badger DAO Bitcoin heist amid crypto sell-off. Badger DAO. Here's Charlie Munger being a massive F word. Bitcoin falls by a fifth. Crypto sees 1 billion worth. Okay. Bitcoin plunges 10 hours ago. Bitcoin went to order 2 minute. Bitcoin say they're helping to fix the broken Texas electric grid. Ted Cruz. Actually, I kind of want to look at that real quick. I think it has the power to fix it. ERCOT powers about 90% of Texas. The Ransom Agreement requires a perfect balance between supply and demand. Oh, okay. Whatever. I don't care about that. Any new updates from Plan B? No, he's still just relaxing. All right. 110. LOL. Yeah. Fortunately, I don't remember what I said, so I don't remember the context. But yeah, Bitcoin falls as much as global market nerves on edge. Market watch. Okay. Yeah, that's a funny name, Benzinga. Okay, alright, let's see what we can find out what the hell's going on. Bitcoin shop brought his coin link at plunge. Actually, where was the article about Badger DAO? Because obviously, where is it? Yeah, this is it. Heist, okay, crypto lender selling announced finding a recent cyber hack, the latest DeFi. Oh, they got hacked, okay. On Wednesday night, Badger DAO. Now there's Discord that it will help function as reports of unauthorized withdrawals of user funds. Okay. It wasn't a Celsius, it was a Badger hack, but some of the Celsius funds were there, so Celsius lost money. No one said they kind of lost money. We're gonna better recover those funds. Lost. Okay, I'm not actually. Okay, so I think this is actually a hacker attack on Badger DAO. It's not actually Badger DAO doing a rug pull. Now, if it turns out that Badger DAO was a scam project this whole time, then the way they always do it is you have to hack yourself. So those are the two possibilities. Okay, so this actually looks like this was just a problem with the Celsius network getting hacked. Gee, that is not good. All right, let's continue. All right. The plunge follows a volatile week for financial markets, global equities, and benchmark U.S. yields. Okay. And of course, what's the Manarino index at right now? 80.2. Like, this thing is actually dropping even over the weekend. Okay. Bitcoin slumps nearly 20%. El Salvador buys a dip. Yep, I already tweeted that. Bitcoin other goods fell short on the other side, fully back from risk. Bitcoin is down $1 million. Declines were widespread, of course, despite the stock market over the new moronic variant, and the Federal Reserve response to inflation might have played a role. No, it's not the moronic variant. People already shrugged that off. At least for now. Right now, the media is coming up with more bullshit. So I think it might actually be the whales are aware that something's come big and negative is coming down the pipeline. Excuse me. Another possible factor selling Bitcoin was unwinding of highly leveraged crypto derivatives. Okay, that's fine. She pointed to a large seller that might have triggered margin calls and liquidations. Yeah, a lot of people got liquidated. So I don't know the exact number, but it's like a couple of $1 billion at least. The price of Bitcoin seesawed. Oh, seesawed. Okay, El Salvador is buying the dip. Yep. Okay. Fears of an economic slowdown mixed with heightened worry by federal over inflation. Well, higher rates spike. Let me see. Cryptos are us. Let me see. I'm sure he's got to have a video out by now. 14 hours ago. Are you serious? You haven't done anything? Okay, well, I guess he'll go live in maybe a few hours. Bitcoin plunges overnight. Just gonna skim this real quick. Okay. It says it's liquidated. Are we talking options? I mean, everyone's just simply parroting the stupid fucking retarded moronic variant. It's not the fucking moronic variant. Bitcoin price dropped sharply Saturday. Okay, 43. Price dropped sharply Saturday morning, early. Nice little dip. Little. Came, Ether, okay. Stocks, okay. The ARK, and oh, so Kathy, I think this is Kathy Wood's thing. Lost 5% on Friday, 12% on the week. Sentiment, but there's no clear on the crypto. But there was no clear reason for the crypto drop, especially overnight Saturday when the losses accelerated. The evidence points to this being yet another derivative-induced selling event. I don't know. You don't do. I don't know. Do you really dump $100 to $200 billion worth of cryptocurrencies all across the board just to make a few $1 billion? I don't know about that. The September flash kind of had the same drivers as a sell. Leverage was flushed from the system in a violent fashion, which later enabled the market to eventually move higher to an all-time high in October. Okay, so it might actually be as simple as that. I don't actually buy this. We've had sell-offs like this before, but the Bitcoin 24-hour volume was never nearly this high. You know, it was as high as like 158, 160 billion. That's considered a very high number for the 24-hour volume. This thing is far beyond that. This is way bigger than that. I mean, yeah, they'll make some money off of liquidating leveraged retards, but this is more than that. This is way more than that. Both cryptos have, and on top of that, why would you sell everything else off? That doesn't usually happen in previous, you know, leverage liquidations. This is different. This is different. But with that being said, I would say this is at least a contributing factor, just not the factor. Bitcoin is now down 30. Okay, the moronic variant, blah blah blah. Sideways, choppy, contracting, basing probably likely to take place. There's such a violent line. We want to achieve sharp upward routes, especially right now. Okay, so people are getting more fearful and cautious, at least from a technical perspective. Bitcoin price tumbles after Wall Street sell-off, and I have to pay you stupid F words, so go fuck yourselves. Bitcoin drops $9,000 in an hour on spot market. El Salvador buys the dip. Let me see if we got anything new here. Just gonna browse this real quick. Stop property. Data tracked by CoinGlass shows a price drop is triggered near the Bitcoin denominator. Oh, potential. Okay. Wait, what? Bitcoin denominated open interest has now remained above 365k Bitcoin. Okay. Despite the short, traders have treat Tether as a safe haven. The crash in the market low points. All right, we got the Fed. We got the moronic variant. So, right, they bought the dip, and that's that. Okay. Bitcoin falls by figure. This is routers, so they're probably not going to have anything here. Okay. Okay, so some guy in Hong Kong said he's been watching an increase in leverage positions in crypto markets, as well as how large holders have been moving their coins from wallets to exchanges. The latter is usually a sign of intent to sell. Yeah, when I want to sell and get cash, I always move it to an exchange, dump it, and then cash out Dogcoin or Litecoin or stable coins, right? So I can move it from my fiat to crypto because I need money in my bank account, obviously. Whales in the crypto system have transfer coins a trading venue, taking advantage of bullish bias and leverage from retail traders to then push prices down. The sell also comes ahead of testimony from 8 Yeah, I did the video on this already. Yeah, they're going to testify before the U.S. Financial Services Committee, but it's actually not that bad so far. Hearing marked the first time last week. The SEC rejected second spot Bitcoin. Yeah, the SEC is an enemy of the people, so I'm not surprised. Data from another platform CoinGlass showed nearly $1 billion worth of crypto had been liquidated over with the bulk on Bitfinex. Man, this opportunity to buy a dip for main investor might have really felt like they missed the boat. Plunged Bitcoin funding rates. Yeah. Okay. Nothing about China, nothing about India. This was written a couple hours ago. Okay. Bitcoin plunged. Okay. Large digital token fell. Ether is second largest, blah, blah, blah. It's not hard for crypto to swing wildly on weekends. Oh, yeah, that's totally true, and that's happening right effing now. We should find support around 40, 42 grand, and then rebound. Yeah. The client look is tech, exactly, and not helping the downside. Okay, so they're talking about options liquidations, the moronic variant. Global stocks are down 4%. Yeah. Leverage buyers were wiped out. Markets almost majority with all the uncertainty around Omicron, despite the okay, nothing new. Bitcoin may be down 20. At least I still have my beanie bait. Okay, this guy's just a trolling F word. I'm gonna down. Oh yeah, you can't downvote. So we got some Bitcoin haters in the comments. Leverage dumped, panic sales files, smart money loaded up. How many times has this happened now? Next week will just be an opportunity. Okay. Okay, so retail normie sentiment towards Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, I can already tell is very negative. Okay. Alright, Ponzi coin, Bitcoin's everyone says a story about how can this be a story when it crashes. Monopoly money. A lot less than okay. Yeah, forgive society. Okay, so everyone is literally poo-pooing on crypto. So this actually is pretty. This is actually very bullish, medium to long term. Because the more fear and negativity there is in the market, when the fundamentals say the opposite, the more bullish it is. Which does suck, because that basically means short term we might need to buy another jar of Vaseline, because we're all gonna probably need it. All right, we're gonna have to do some manual searches here. China. Okay, I don't know. Maybe what I should say is China, Bitcoin, and then Evergrande. We have China summons Evergrande founder as cryptocurrencies go down. We might. It's not good for crypto. Carolina Energy. Okay, the only thing I do actually see here is Evergrande. The founder of Evergrande was summoned by the government after the company issued a statement saying it may not have enough money. China Evergrande, which is drowning in a sea of debt worth $300 billion, has been struggling to meet its commitments, and the firm's woes have fan concerns about the whole property sector, which makes up okay. The crypto market's flagship plan as much as 1.6. I'm afraid. Let me think. Evergrande needs $300 billion to deal with the debt. We already had $100 to $150 billion worth of cryptocurrencies liquidated in 24 hours. Probably more than that. Okay. Boy, that means they still need another 100 to 150 billion. Because if you don't think Evergrande does not own large amounts of cryptocurrency, I don't know. I'm not gonna say you're dumb, but do you really get to a point? First of all, if you're gonna become a multi-deca 100 billionaire with a B, you're gonna know everything about money, and you're definitely gonna know not only about crypto, but you're gonna be buying that shit up and not telling anyone. And you're probably gonna lie that you hold it too. Because remember, the rules are different when you become rich. The crypto markets. Oh, I read that. On Friday, Evergrande, in a filing with the Hong Kong Stock Exchange, warned that in light of its current liquidity situation, there's no guarantee that the group will have enough money to continue to perform. Okay, later the actual government of Guangdong immediately summoned the founder and agreed to send a working group to Evergrande real estate group to supervise and promote. Okay, because they want to start repelling the crisis. Evergrande unit has a bond coupons worth 82 point. Okay, due Monday when the Great Bloomberg report this week. Sold last Friday. The founder Zhu also sold 1.2 billion Evergrande shares for the equivalent of 344 million, cutting down his stake in the firm from 68% from 77. Beijing regulator versions so he uses his personal wealth to finance Evergrande's debt. The same day, its auto units said it had returned undeveloped land worth 1.2 and is an act to talk with buyers to potentially dispose of some assets. Blind expansion and poor management. China's central bank said on Friday the short-term revenue of real estate will not affect liquidity in the medium. Okay. With Chinese developers struggling to meet their demand obligations, Beijing has shown signs of stepping back from its tough line on the mammoth property industry. Last month, the city of Chengdu also announced measures to make it easier for companies to sell properties, making it the first to loosen restrictions on the bailout sector. Yeah, because first of all, you can't scream at people. You can't make people buy something. That's just not how it works. Even if you're living in China and like Beijing's breathing down your effing neck. So, you know, they basically China's figured out we have to work with these clowns or we're all gonna like get killed, right? And it's not like Evergrande seems to be resisting. There's like, yo, we're fucked. You know, we really need help. Can you like help us? It's like, all right, you know, you guys are. And then Beijing responds, all right, you're stupid, but I mean, yeah, you're right. We have to work together on this. So, I don't know. I mean, China should be able to bail out everybody, all right? Because again, you know, just print more Chinese dollars. But I'm gonna guess that's really gonna piss off Beijing. So, whatever reason is that's causing Beijing to get angry might actually be like, you know what, go fuck yourself, just go bankrupt. So that could be a problem. But all right, so I'm gonna have to assume that Evergrande is dumping their cryptocurrency holdings to like go help pay for this shit. All right, let's go because I've also heard Keon say India wants to ban crypto. So let's see if there's anything here. Okay, so Quartz here from a day ago saying that India might be legitimizing crypto. So that's good. Okay, Outlook India. Yeah, Cointelegraph says India is going to regulate but not ban crypto. Bitcoin down, okay. India is not banning crypto. It will make it an asset class instead. One day ago. Yeah, I don't know. Crypto ban fears may be on overreaction. Yeah, they're not banning crypto. What the hell is everyone talking about? This is actually a good thing because that basically means it's all just FUD. Oh boy. I zoom in big time. Yeah, this is wonderful. The actual content is like dick small, and then everything else, all the distractions is like really big, and I can't read this article. Amid different speculation related to the future of crypto in India, global market cap witnessed a fall. Okay, I don't need a. I'm just gonna browse this real quick. Hey, they're talking about Dogma on Mars. Former law professor and stupid cunt Elizabeth Warren shared a letter which sent out the CEO. The letter raised environmental concern, make sure high energy uses. Crypto has a huge environmental cost. Blah blah blah. What the? This article is a complete waste of our time. India crypto investors will reportedly be given a specific time to declare their crypto holdings and hold their assets on crypto. Okay, hold on a second. Indian crypto investors will reportedly be given a specific time frame to declare their crypto holdings and hold their assets on crypto exchanges regulated by, I assume this is the Indian thingy. According to reports from local media, the Indian government will not move for an outright ban on crypto and will instead regulate the sector. According to the Indian government was considering a bill proposing the creation of an official digital currency while imposing a ban on all private crypto. The news sparked panic selling. The bill's vague wording and lack of clarification has less than okay, but Indian news reported Thursday that it has opportunity of a campaign note circulating in the government regarding the program. Now that to regulate crypto assets, the SEC Board of India. SEBI, overseeing, so their version of the SEC, overseeing the regulation of local crypto exchanges. Okay. According to Pralu, investors will be given us, okay, so they're actually saying that this might imply having a private wallet will be banned. Okay, also the government will put its plan of central bank with the reserve on hold while focus on the credit. It will not allow any crypto to be recognized credit or illegal to the U.S. practically between two. This is a clear. I think that this okay. Maybe we'll do a standalone virtual at the RBI. Some of you could have welcomed the reports from NUBV. Okay, it's not an outright ban, but they are going to ban private wallets. That's actually a really big problem. You've seen our Indian crypto is getting noticed by government or finance crypto as crypto assets. Yeah, that's actually what everyone wants. So that's what the government so far has been doing, right? They're just declaring a crypto asset. And Michael Saylor said the same thing to Tucker Carlson, because it's not really a currency. It's actually an asset. It's physical property. It's actually a misnomer, I think that's the word, to call it a cryptocurrency, because it's not. It's a thing, right? Oil is a thing. Corn, and therefore corn futures, are things. These are commodities. You know, it's very different from a currency. You know, like say seashells or coins. Not everyone was as pleased with the detail of Uno, right? Here's the catch. No use of hardware, only exchange while also only using Indian exchanges. Yeah, this is actually a real problem. Like, Indians basically do not have private property rights, and that's evil. So I don't know. I mean, I'm sure the globalists would try to do the same thing in America and throughout the whole world, just ban private wallets. So basically, all my shit, like basically, it would be illegal to use MetaMask essentially, right? But I don't know. I don't know. Does it outright say you cannot? See, that's the speculation. Yeah. So it looks like India is just going to outright ban private wallets. But would that actually trigger another? I don't know. Why would a whale want to dump then? Right? Because you want to dump. If you have to report all your shit, you would just simply move your crypto to an exchange wallet, and then that'll be that. Well, that's the interesting thing too, because that's what whales were doing. They were actually moving all their crypto to exchanges, but they decided to dump it. Interesting. India is set to reduce. Let's see. India Bitcoin ban. All property will be regulated, not banned. Sources. Yeah, well, if you're banning private wallets, that's essentially a ban. And to regulate the sector. When was this article written? December 3rd. Okay. Well, the problem might be banned users we need to trade on, which will be subject tomorrow. Okay, so they're not sure if private wallets will be banned. Yeah, I think it's not. Okay, crypto ban the EU 2021 deal should trade. However, the ban was overturned in 2020 by the Supreme Court of India, triggering the need for Prime to draft a bill. Well, it's good that we're shutting down all options. We will allow certain windows to reveal the experiment on blockchain, Bitcoin, and crypto. We're not going to shut it off. Finance Minister, whatever his name is, said in March in an interview with Crypto India, we're not going to shut it off. Yeah, because you would have to be dumb. For now. We'll have to see how they handle, because, again, the globalists, and of course whatever globalists exist in India, they're not going to want to allow cryptocurrencies to overpower their own financial system. So, that's exactly why China's so hostile towards cryptocurrencies, because they know the threat that crypto poses to, fiat currencies. And if you're a government, you have control over your money, which gives you pretty much all the power in the world. So, it's gonna be rough. I was freaking out last night. I'll just say your first name. So, welcome, Kevin. You're new. I swapped my V chain to, I don't know what Vex is, for DeFi earning, and then I saw my tokens lose 30% instantly. I don't know how long you've been doing cryptocurrencies, but you'll have to get used to this for a while. I've been doing this since 2010, 2011. So I have endured every single kind of 80, 70, 90% drops. What happened last night was just a slight wake up call for me, but everyone, like, you guys don't realize how good you really have it. All right. T. Oh, hey, you're new too. How is that even enforced to ban private wallets? Well, I don't know anything about the governmental and freedom structure of India, right? But the way I would do it is you would have to send cops, you would have to try to track people, you would have to like look at the way that these individuals spend their money, right? Because you could track their, like, let's say you're an Indian citizen, you obviously have a bank account. So if you start making like large crazy purchases, like say you buy a Ferrari that's like $500,000, I think it goes for more, but let's just say you buy a Ferrari for $500,000, but you're reporting to the Indian tax government, their version of the IRS, whatever it's called, that you made $250,000. Well, how the hell did you afford a Ferrari? So they would look for something. That's how they would look into something like that. Um, yeah, and then I mean, India, I don't think is going to be that oppressive, at least not at first. But yeah, basically they're just going to try to force people to report all their crypto holdings, which is why they're requiring everyone in India to put everything on a crypto exchange, because everything's going to be tracked and monitored. So it's pretty oppressive, but at least they still allow crypto. But it's pretty obvious that they are going to try to ban private wallets. All right. Well, they can't ban it because it's just technically impossible. They'll do the next best thing, overregulate it to the point where it's going to be difficult to use private wallets. So, but Indians, I'm sure, are smart enough to use private VPNs, right? VPNs to hide their shit. So it's something that we're gonna keep an eye out. And then once they pass the bill, we'll absolutely have the full details of everything. Uh, so what was I saying before I was answering? Oh yeah, so yeah, I mean my Metaverse Pro is down. Let's see, I bought it at 550. What's it at right now? It is down to 450. So my thing's down about 19%. But I mean, it kind of sucks. But I mean, as long as this project remains legitimate and doesn't do a rug pull, yeah, that's fine. Because I am minting money like a king right now. I don't want to say how much money I'm making. In fact, I kind of don't want to pull any money out of this, so I take a little bit of profit because I want to keep the compounding on the staking here even more. So, and then now that I've done more research on Metaverse Pro and Olympus DAO, yeah, I mean, again, as long as they're not actually planning to do a rug pull, this is actually a legit project, which is just effing insane to me. So I'm gonna be more. I'm still gonna be very cautious, but I can basically sleep pretty soundly at night. But I am still willing to risk that this could still. I'm still risking my money, a lot of it, majority of my money, I should say, and hope that this is not a rug pull so far. But I'll still obviously keep on top of everything. So, yeah. All right. So I don't really have a. We still don't have a clear answer. We just know that whales are dumping right now. So again, the possibilities are India, crypto. So we know it's not from what I can tell, it's not India banning crypto. It's India regulating crypto, and it's actually forcing money out of private wallets. So that could be one possibility. Number two is Evergrande, right? Because they're down $300 billion with a B. So I don't know. I guess I don't know how much cryptocurrency Evergrande holds, if they ever even said they hold crypto, but I'm assuming that they hold a shit ton. So they dumped. Um, yeah, look, the global cryptocurrency market cap is still 2.26 trillion after getting completely decimated last night. Yeah, so crypto is actually fine for now. So, and the third thing that would probably be a really big potential problem is the whales in the world, obviously globalists, they actually know that something that we would call a black swan event is coming down the pipeline, and they're dumping like crazy to get ahead of whatever the black swan is. And I think it could be a lockdown, right? Because they're really trying to push the moronic Omicron variant very hard. The FUD around that is like a million X, right? And people are still not budging. So they might just go ahead. So the governments might, especially here in America, they might just say, you know what, go fuck yourself. We're locking everything down, right? So, because they really need those lockdowns. That's why Germany is locking people up, right? The unvaccinated. Australia is already locking people up. They're like sending, I call them rape vans, right? But they're sending cops and rape vans to like literally seize people and force them off the property, their home, and then go to the quarantine camp. I think it's called Howard Springs. And then Austria is basically planning to do the same thing. They want to fine and jail people who are unvaccinated, and that's like 3 million Austrians or something. So, yeah, it's pretty aggressive. Pretty aggressive. It's extremely hyper aggressive, but more and more people are getting angrier and more annoyed, and inflation is everywhere. It's not just America, right? Because all the central banks are hyperinflating and devaluing their money supply. So people are getting angrier about inflation and all the degenerate global H-word bullshit that's happening in their countries. So people are getting very angry. So, and then of course, people are constantly being told, keep taking more and more vaccines, they work. It's like, why, what the fuck? You told us that it works, so why not to keep taking them? So that's pissing people off. And of course, you have people getting heart attacks. And people can clearly see that. So that's also causing more fear and anger, and more importantly, it's triggering people's survival instinct, their survival mechanism. When you do that, then you literally cannot coerce that person because that person is literally in fight or flight mode, live or die mode. When you put someone in that position, they're going to do everything that they can to live, which basically means they're going to resist the system because they have to. Either they resist the system or they die. That's what is, they don't even think that. That's just your natural human instinct. Thankfully, I guess God put that in us. So things will get worse, but the resistance is going to increase dramatically too, which is a very good thing, which might translate into some severe volatility. I really still hope that December will still see, Plan B be correct, and then, Bitcoin and crypto therefore will skyrocket. But today is a Saturday. It's a Saturday morning. It's actually a really nice day out. I think I'm going to walk around or something. And we're just not going to know until Monday. But I actually think India plus China Evergrande, real FUD. This is actually fake FUD. This is real FUD. Because that $300 billion is going to like completely kill us. Right? Kill the world economy for quite some time. If they actually do like get screwed and Beijing doesn't do what they have to, right, to save Evergrande. And then number 3, the hidden black swan event. The whales might know something's up, and of course I'm guessing it's the lockdowns. Because again, as we already saw in the previous news articles I closed out, whales have actually been moving their Bitcoin earlier this week, and they made their move last night and dumped everything. So that means they know something. They're getting ready for something. Alright, and I don't see anything new here. Every video for the past week is Bitcoin dump today. Yeah, it's because I'm trying to farm the keywords. So Bitcoin dump today is actually a very popular search term. But sometimes it'll say Bitcoin pump if Bitcoin goes up. I think I had one video say that. That's because that's the day that Bitcoin actually went up. But right now it just doesn't. Bitcoin's just been doing shit the past couple of weeks. When is it going to happen? Well, technically we already had a Bitcoin dump. We literally just had it last night. That's why this title of this thing is Bitcoin dump flash crash.
Yeah, because you know, I'm grabbing all the things. Ah, I gotcha. Yeah, yeah, I can definitely tell there's a lot of new people in here because yeah,
We're all searching for answers about the flash crash, but let me see. But yeah, definitely subscribe to my channel because I do actually, you know, do a lot of blah blah blah. Ah, so he is going live. I do actually want to watch this. Bitcoin corrections are normal during bull runs. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, definitely subscribe to my channel, which is, since I've got so many new people here, JMC Radio. So, you know, I do I stream about 4 days a week. Today's an exception because last night was like, well, first of all, it happened right when I had to go to bed, so I couldn't go live then. And this number is actually inaccurate. There's actually
today's an
like
exception because last night
there's actually like a million of you in the chat. Like I don't know what's wrong with YouTube. It always underreports like everything, and it's very frustrating. I don't know if it's a shadow ban, but there's no reason for it. Oh, okay. Yeah, he just went live. Well, I guess we'll use YouTube to watch another YouTuber. That's funny. All right. Yeah, we'll end it on this. I want to see if he can find any insight, but I kind of doubt it. But yeah, it's gonna be rough. Like Evergrande plus Black Swan event, so lockdowns plus Evergrande. I really hope it's not a lockdown. That's the biggest problem. Evergrande can be dealt with. India obviously can be dealt with. You know, I mean, yeah, it'll suck that they'll ban private wallets or essentially ban it, but it's not the end of the world. They still allow people to have crypto, right, in one form or another. So it's really the lockdown and the Black Swan event. That's really the biggest risk.
The emotions were running it, but I did a stream for you guys further, but that's okay because when it comes to crypto, things are unpredictable. Right now, 48,000 yesterday, I tweeted out, I was watching a movie last night and I came back from the movie. I'm like, what happened? I totally missed this downwick, this downward 42. This happened again is because there was enough leverage out there, and it was just a cascading effect. $2 billion, over $2 billion of Bitcoin wiped out in one single drop, right?
Yeah.
So it was a long squeeze. So this is why I say leverage is dangerous, not only for yourself, but for everyone else, right? So someone, some whale, some group decided.
Yeah, but I've said this before. You don't put this much pressure on all cryptocurrencies, not just Bitcoin, but all cryptocurrencies, just to get $2 billion. Right? Because now I see new people coming in, so you obviously didn't get the beginning of the stream, but the 24-hour value in CoinMarketCap is on 150 billion or maybe even 200 billion dollars with a B in 24 hours, higher than normal. All right, because right now it's 212.6 billion, but that's because the previous trade volume, is expiring because this is on a 24-hour basis. But I was looking at this last night. This thing was like 240, 250 billion. So whales are dumping hundreds of billions of dollars worth of cryptocurrencies in the past 24, 36 hours. That, like, when you're going after leveraged retards, right? Stealing, like, leverage whatevers, you don't dump that much crypto. That usually isn't, that it's overkill. That's the word I was looking at. It's overkill. So that's why it's a contributing factor, but it's not the factor. Because there's just too much money being dumped. Too much. Which is why I'm still thinking Evergrande lockdown / Black Swan event.
To sell off some Bitcoin.
if we get lockdowns, I better start seeing some COVID checks my way. Yeah, actually, we probably would, believe it or not. Because, hey, everyone's going to get angry, including me, about lockdowns. So how do you make people less angry? Well, give them free money, right? Just give them free money. So we can get, like, I don't know, what did I get last time? $1,600 or $1,400? I know I got the maximum amount, I just don't remember what it was. But yeah, they're gonna give us some coronavirus checks. So, and I thought that Biden kind of has to because everyone hates his guts. I think his approval rating is 36% now, probably lower now at this point.
Coin.
And
but
that's
it
my heat coming on, unfortunately.
Was enough to trigger all those liquidations and just brought it down all the way to 46, right back up. So because it was massively oversold on all it should, because it was massively oversold on all intervals. 5-minute chart, 15-minute chart, 1 hour chart, and you can see that 1 hour, even with right now, even with the recovery, RSI is still below 34. You go to 4 hour, it's still below 30. And on daily, RSI just hit about 32. So basically, all intervals show that Bitcoin is oversold. Temporarily, at least temporarily, right? And if you enjoyed Bitcoin at 60,000, you enjoyed Bitcoin at 68,000, you should enjoy Bitcoin more at 48,000 because you are now getting a 20% discount, right? So that's the best way to think.
Yeah, I'm not dumb and shit. I'm actually buying, but I might want to actually take some profit, which I don't want to because Meta is just kicking ass right now. So I don't know.
About it. I tweeted out last night too. I bought the dip. Hopefully you guys did too, because I do think this is a good buying opportunity whenever things go down. Or you have a lot of volatility. Many out of all people, Plan B tweeted. Any major corrections, 36, and finally the last one before the major run up is 29%. And what we just saw recently was about 20%. So not during crypto winter, and even while Bitcoin was influencers that have turned very, very bearish, right? And part of it because they lived through 2017, right? They don't know where top is. None of us do, right? Is this top go end of December, or is this top going into 2022, a lengthening cycle, right? It could.
Yeah, George is actually not very he hasn't declared it yet. Like I said this earlier in the stream, Plan B and myself both agree this is going to be like 2013 at least, because this bull run has to go into the next year. Like it hasn't even started. Well, it technically has started, but it's nowhere near finished. Right? Because we already know, right? For those of you who are new, we already know that normie interest is like all-time lows. Right? Look at that, buy Bitcoin, right? This was 2017. We know that at the top is when normies dogpile in. Look, December 10th to 16th, 2017. I remember those days. At one point, I made like $25,000 in 1 week, right? Doing proof of stake 1.0, selling 808 coin, right? My videos are still there from years ago. You'll have to search for it on YouTube. So, we know what to look for. Right now, every single indicator there is just simply like this bull run if it keeps doing what it's doing, might actually extend to 2023. And we still have the hyperinflation of the Federal Reserve and all the supply, the devaluing of the dollar. Right now, it's at minus 14% a year. Right? You lose it, your dollar is worth 14% less every year. Right? And this is the actual monetary supply devaluation by the Federal Reserve, right? And this thing is, Now this is interesting. The Federal Reserve balance sheet actually went down as of December 1st. Okay, that's actually interesting. Which, funny enough, correlates with the stock markets going down as well. I'm not liking this. This might actually mean that the Federal Reserve and the whales know that the lockdowns are coming. Oh my god. I really hope it's not lockdowns. Alright.
But the best way to that, I believe investing on home. We went, you know what? This is the best time to be buying. Even if you take 30% that biggest influencer or trader or crypto YouTuber, the one that's been talking about the most is Benjamin Cohen, and how so it does it a few months, few years, you're not going to remember this. Those weeks,
Oh, I'm
right
gonna
now.
definitely fucking remember this, and so will you.
Some external
And the
fact.
reason why you want to remember this is because in the future, when something like this happens again, you'll have this as a reference point. Like, oh yeah, I lived through this exact same BS. It's the same crap. All right, time to buy. All right, because I actually am buying. I actually would like to keep buying, but because I need income in my bank account, I actually have to actually take dollars, which might not be so bad because again, if this is gonna be in preparation for that Black Swan event, yeah, you actually do want dollars, unfortunately.
Sell off because of definitely we're looking bleak. I said the Bitcoin's supply. Did any of them sell recently? No.
No.
In fact, they bought. They bought more. I'll
Yeah.
guarantee you in a couple of days, Michael Saylor will say
Michael
that
said-
MicroStrategy bought more. So these funds, these companies that bought over 7% of Bitcoin supply within just 1 year alone, they continue
What?
to accumulate. They continue to buy.
Wait,
Right?
what?
And even
Yeah, that's not his Twitter. I was like, why would you delete your Twitter? Bitcoin and chill. Yep. Peter McCormick, digital versus that. Okay, no, he's talking about. Okay, not right now. Amazing, but guy, you finally see the light. Wait, it's amazing with the blink of an eye you finally see the light. But Errol Smith is into Bitcoin too? Oh, that's actually really good. I also don't see him saying anything. Thank for Bitcoin, sure. Bitcoin is dealing a strong, pure, timeless. Sure. I'm not going to retweet this though. Inflation is driving the conversion of weak currency into strong. What? Inflation is driving the conversion of weak currency into strong currency and currency derivatives into property. Technology is driving the conversation of weak analog assets to strong data assets. The struggle of Turkey is painful but not unique. Yeah, Turkey is always the country, not the turkey animal for Thanksgiving. Yeah, Turkey has always had problems with the Turkish lira, their currency. Bitcoin miner, because when I started Forex, I actually was doing the Turkish lira, which of course I lost all my money on eventually. Yeah, you gotta learn. Some people have to learn the hard way, right? Bitcoin miners continue to come public, strengthening their capital structures, security, Bitcoin, blah, blah, blah. Okay, this was December 1st. Yeah, so Michael Saylor is literally just totally just calm. Yeah, I guess I'll retweet that.
even the fundamentals.
Yeah, El Salvador bought the dip, of course.
Who cares? Time is on our can recover crazy thin, and it continues 2022. The end result, I should say, the end result for price is going higher. When Bitcoin was below 20,000, I told you guys that Bitcoin will break 20,000, form a new high.
Yeah.
And so many people said, no, that won't happen.
Yeah.
And look at where we are now. I
Yeah,
mean, see, there's a lot of misery being spread around, a lot of FUD being spread around because they are the ones that are miserable. The people that spread the most misery, most FUD, are the most miserable people. The best way to deal with those people is to have compassion and ignore. But if they're just really trolling, you just gotta.
I usually just block them because usually they're just angry and I don't want their negative energy. But yeah, he's totally right. Look, right, December 10th, 2020. So basically, literally last year, Bitcoin 18 grand, and then it pops off, right, before consolidating and then popping off again. And then now we're at this point where, we're still actually consolidating. But again, as I already did the technical analysis on this, yeah, Bitcoin is super duper effing way oversold. And it probably could still oversell too, because there are plenty of whales out there that could dump their crypto. But that would mean Michael Saylor's dumping, Anthony Pompilia's dumping, Grayscale Trust is dumping. I don't see that happening at all. And obviously El Salvador is not going to dump. So yeah. So again, we just have to worry about the Black Swan event. That's the only thing that can kill us, right? A Black Swan / lockdown.
kick him
I'm
out.
probably gonna stop watching because it looks like George doesn't
You gotta
know
kick him out of your life,
what's
right?
causing this
If
either.
you're into spreading, collector says December equals negative, saving my dollars for Q1, forget December. I'm gonna say saving for January for 2022, that's okay. But I like to remind you guys that it's only 4 days into December.
Yeah, well, we'll have to see. All right, we'll end it on this. Look, one of the suggested words is coping. Oh, Google, you funny little man, you. Common cold. I picked up a piece of the common cold virus. Everybody looks like common cold. Research explained. They're really pushing this fucking Omicron moronic bullshit. New York State. Oh, yeah. I mean, I already knew this was going to happen. They were going to say, you know, so they might do another lockdown in New York State. Leaders say no need to panic as Omicron confirmed in more states. Michigan near breaking point amid Delta surge. All you need to know about this is also a lie. It's actually complications from the you know what. All you need to know about the latest Omicron travel restriction. I don't know how to split test. Who discovered? Okay. Well, the scientist who discovered the moronic variant himself said everyone should not be panicking, and the symptoms are very mild. Now Omicron is here, so now they're trying to take out Ron DeSantis. Where's Omicron? Here's what we know. Blah blah blah. Let's see. What is the World Health Organization spamming today? Okay, yeah, so even the WHO themselves are saying it's not too crazy just yet. Yeah. Okay. Milder illness by routers. Alright, so it's still mostly fear, but there's a couple articles here trying to say that, you know, people should not panic, which is a good sign. So, alright, I think, how long have I been streaming for? An hour and a half. Wow, this is kind of big. I mean, I kind of want to take Monday off now because I did today's stream, but, I mean, alright, well, I mean, I'm just going to have to work a little harder. But yeah, alright, well, I've pretty much said everything I need to be saying, so, I mean, I guess if you want to go back and watch the whole stream, I covered a lot of stuff, but basically, I personally am going to be holding. December could be problematic, unfortunately. Obviously, I hope that's not the case. But that being said, I might need to, you know, start being a little more aggressive with my profit taking for my Metaverse Pro. So, you know, because again, I'm going to want cash. Because if things continue to get worse, then you want cash and stable coins, right? Because you know everything's going to go down. So, yeah, that sucks. That sucks. But we won't have any more info probably until Monday, or if something really severely happens, say in China with Evergrande, or India, or some other place. So actually, Sunday night is probably when we're gonna start seeing some action, because I want to see what the Asian stock markets do on Sunday night, our time, which is going to be Monday morning in Japan and China. So, and of course the Hong Kong Stock Exchange, right? So that's HKSC, I think. So, yeah. So I probably won't have any updates until at least Sunday night, and I'll just be tweeting it. So make sure you just follow my Twitter, Real Johnson Chan. For all of you that is new, because this is actually where I actually put all my stuff. Right, this is where you know, if you really need the update stuff, I put it on my Twitter usually, and then yeah. But otherwise, I will see everybody Monday morning, New York City time, for Bitcoin Clown World, and oh boy, it's probably going to be a pretty nutty day. All right, the stock markets here in America. I'm actually expecting the stock markets on Monday to go to shit too. because again, they're really trying to push this moronic variant. So fear and FUD is all over the place. Crypto markets, stock markets. And again, if this really is a whale black swan they know what's going to happen black swan event, yeah, it could be lockdowns. That's just going to be so bad, but we'll take it one day at a time. So thanks for watching, everybody. Rewatch this whole stream because we went over a lot of good stuff, including Moon Inu, a new potential meme coin. I already put 450 to $500 into it. You know, or just check my Twitter if you need the links, right? So I put them all over the place. And yeah, well, stay strong because you know, and get your Vaseline ready because you're probably gonna need it, right? Because this bear is going berserk, right? But we're gonna hold on. Yep, 07 body bag, 07s. All right, see you guys probably Monday morning for Bitcoin Clown World. But again, something crazy happens, I'll do another stream. All right, thanks everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day and weekend and